Hey everybody, it's Brad from the Big Family Homestead, and in this video we're doing a review of a long-term food storage product, and that is this Patriot Pantry Traveler Stew. Let's do this. I am of the opinion that every family should have a good amount of long-term food storage on the shelf ready to go. You never know when there could be some kind of a natural disaster or economic thing, or maybe you just lose your job, or maybe a neighbor loses their job. There's always a billion reasons to have some food on hand that you don't have to worry about. You can just add some liquid to, heat it up, and you got a meal. And so today we're going to be looking at the Patriot Pantry Traveler Stew. I got this in one of those nice big kits that they have that has the comes in the tubs, and it gets you like 3 months supply of food. And well, I haven't tried this one, and I figured let's check it out. I will be brutally honest. So here we go. Okay, first things first. Says it's 8.04 ounces and makes 4 full cup servings. Let's see what we got for ingredients and the yada yada and the yippee skippies and the nutrition. Anything out of the order. Total fats 1%. Woo, lots of sodium, 45%. That is a doozy. Carbs 13, dietary fiber 13, kind of to be expected for these pouched up meals. Got your instructions up there, and kind of scanning through the old ingredients and not really seeing too much out of the ordinary. Well, let's cook this up and give it a shot, see what we got. Okay, the instructions are pretty straightforward. It says to open up the pouch and get rid of the oxygen absorber, mainly because they taste horrible and they're very, 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 very bad for you. So let's get rid of that. Then it says to go ahead and bring up 5 cups of water to a boil. Now, this is optional, and I do want to point this out. It's not on the packaging, but if you have a dirty, stove, that does make things just a little bit, well, forget about it. Now it says we're supposed to whisk in the entire contents of the package and let it cook for 3 to 5 minutes. Boiling. Let's get it back boiling. Okay, we waited our 5 minutes. Now it says to turn it down to a simmer, and we're gonna let it go for another 25 minutes. Okay, we've waited and waited and waited, and we are done. Here, behold your traveler stew. Now hold on one quick second before we go to the reveal. If you're interested in finding out more about these products, or maybe you wanna get some for your shelves, there's links down below. There it is, on with the video. Okay, so we followed the instructions to the T. We've got our traveler stew here. First impressions. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll bite and then give you the 411, but actually I think I'm gonna have some other guinea pigs in the house try it out too. But let's go ahead, here we go. Traveler stew, over the lips. Hold on, I got an idea. Booyah, let's see how this works. Take 2. Okay, let's talk. Okay, time for the reveal, and well, I'm gonna try to encapsulate the whole experience of the traveler stew. Now, followed the instructions to a T. I actually had to boil it much longer just to get it down to the consistency where it was, and it was still pretty liquidy, and it did not have a stew-like texture at all. Also, I thought generally you're supposed to have meat in a stew, and no mas, no meat, no. So anyway, on to the taste. How could I describe this stew-ish thing? There's a lot of rice in there, there's a lot of macaroni in there, carrots, lentils, all kinds of stuff. The lentils did not fully cook, so there was a negative strike there. And I did let it go longer than you should, like I said. Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a horrible experience. You don't want to put it in your mouth. You'd even fight people to stop it. And 10 being like the best filet mignon you've ever had in your life. I would say that this is probably right down the middle, like a 5. Now that said, pluses for the product. It's shelf-stable food that'll stay on your shelf for 25 years. That's pretty amazing. And besides, if there were some kind of horrible situation going on in your world, you're probably not going to care that it doesn't taste that great. And when I added the Frank's hot sauce, it probably bumped it up one notch. True, Frank's does cover over a multitude of culinary sins. So, all in all, I would have to say that it's a product that I would want to have on my shelf. It would really depend on how good of a deal you can get, and there will be links down below, like I said before, to check it out yourself. But it's not one of their best products, but I do think they have a lot better products. That said, I'm gonna go ahead and, so this is completely bias free. I'm gonna try this out on my wife Christa and see what she thinks, and you can see this, and then we'll try it out on my daughter Claire, and they will not have heard my opinion, blah blah blah. So check this out. Now, Mama doesn't know my opinion at all about this lovely traveler stew. Give me your first impression. I haven't told her anything.
It's all right.
Looks all right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be stew.
There's no meat in it.
Is that, you feeling okay with the consistency of stew?
Not really.
All right, well, give her a go. What does it smell like? If you have something negative to say, be kind and constructive.
It doesn't smell bad.
Okay. Give her a go, Mama.
Okay. I don't like the texture. Yeah, it's not very good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a frosted turd, a 10 being the most awesome filet you've ever had.
3.
All right, let's see what Claire thinks. Traveler stew, what do you think? First impressions.
I feel like I should just go travel some.
Travel some? Okay, so you don't know what Mama had to say about it. Now, if this was a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 being a frosted dog turd, and a 10 being the best steak you've ever had, where would this be?
8 or a 9.
8 or a 9? Wow, you need to work for Patriot Pantry. 8 or 9 out of 10? You gotta be out of your flippin' mind. Oh my gosh, next to the best steak you've ever had? Whew. Well, I guess it just kind of goes to show that, you know, everybody's tastes are different. And you may think that, you know, something that I like is great or horrible or whatever, and I may think you like, no rhyme or reason, folks. Anyway, overall, I think it's a good product to have on hand. They do make better products that I've tasted and reviewed. But once again, if you're in a pickle, it's food, it'll help you survive, and who would complain about that if you were in that pickle, right? So anyway, if you don't mind liking and subscribing the video, it truly does help my family out. I'm Brad with the Big Family Homestead, and you guys have an amazing day.